Introducing the suppression of free energy related magnetic motor technologies. The response to Steorn, an Irish company having a magnetically based free energy device, has been less than encouraging, to say the least. Panacea has documented this response to their device and proposed an available solution which can be found in more detail on the How They Went Wrong page located on the Panacea BOCAF website. The reality is that these devices have been available since the age of Nikola Tesla. Suppression, ignorance, and the failed investigations from the mainstream academia have all played a joint role in keeping them from public dissemination. Steorn's device could have been in public hands many months ago. This design can produce cleaner and more efficient free energy technology. A recent 2-minute film has turned up on Google Video. In this video, it further validates the free energy claims made by Irish company Steorn. In the video, we can see the accomplished engineer and inventor Theo Napen, the CEO of Dutch company Kintron, discussing Steorn's Orbo technology, which he has personally tested in his own workshop laboratory.
Since the 8th century, scientists have been trying to develop a machine with the power to change the world, able to produce a limitless supply of energy. Leonardo da Vinci declared it an impossibility. Others, including Johann Bessler in the 18th century, claimed success. They were dismissed as charlatans. But is the search at an end? Has the holy grail of science been discovered in this Dublin business park? The businessmen behind the claim say this test rig proves their theory. As it turns, it's making more energy than it's using.
What we found is that when you construct certain magnetic fields using permanent magnets, the kind of magnets you have in your fridge, that certain constructions of these magnets cause certain fields. When you travel around the field, stopping and starting at the same position, you gain energy.
The trained engineer who set up Steorn says the results were found by accident 3 years ago. 8 people and organisations have tested the theory, but they won't say who. The company's claims have drawn a surprising response from physicists.
We get daily, emails, telling us that somebody's going to come around and beat us up. We have had certain people involved in the project phoned up by a physicist who told this person to watch their back. We've had bloggers turn up to the office. I've had one blogger turn up to my home. It is amazing the depth of feeling, and this is fundamentalism from a scientific point of view. This is literally the reaction to our claim here is a religious reaction. It's the only way that I can put it in a way that people will understand.
Undaunted, they put this advert in The Economist, inviting scientists to join a jury of 12 to test their findings. A counter on their website suggests nearly 5,000 have replied. Steorn will fund the research as long as the scientists agree to publish their results.
We would like them to be as widespread as possible, ideally geographically, but it's very important that they are the best people in the field. There's no value in us doing this and then ending up with a jury that we can be told, well, actually, they're not the most qualified people. So we have to get the most qualified people we can get. Otherwise, it won't hold water.
But why are so many so sceptical? Because it challenges the very foundations of physics.
There are 2 fundamental laws that we consider in thermodynamics, the laws of thermodynamics. And the first law says that you cannot create or destroy energy. And you can only convert it from one form to another. And the second law of thermodynamics says if you put energy into a system, you can't get all of that energy out. But there's always a possibility that we will find something extraordinary. But I have to say I'm a bit sceptical that we are going to find something that will break all the observed laws.
The testing could take years, but it's still a high-risk strategy. Steorn staff know they face global ridicule if the verdict is damning. The prize for success is a priceless patent, which would end our dependence on oil and potentially extinguish poverty, famine and drought. Now the jury must deliberate. Robert Nisbet, Sky News, Dublin.
I did the first measurement, and I did it on Friday evening. I tried to measure things. I had a few magnets lying over here because I worked for 25 years with magnets. And I was surprised. And I stopped on Sunday evening, probably, and I was more surprised. Then I saw things that I didn't believe. And that was my first trigger to say, hey, maybe we forget something in the past, and Steorn have found a trick to do it. What you see here is free energy, mainly, to make energy out of nothing. So that's not possible for the normal human being. But the idea of Steorn was that they came with a very special idea to bring in magnets on a certain way, and it was very new for me as well. The principle is you have two magnets, a very small one and a big one, and you bring in the small magnet into the area of the big magnet, and you do it in such a way that you gain more energy than you put in. And even from the data we had and the measurements we did, we see that we gain energy. And now mainly the basic principle is to get it into a working model. Even with all the mechanical losses in it on this moment, it should be not possible to reach on this moment yet. So it's already a miracle in its way now. On this moment I'm working with an array that's around 25% of its total energy. So it can be 2 times, 3 times better than this.
So 75%?
Yeah.
Really?
Really, yeah. Because it's just the beginning. I'm sure of it.